Welcome again to Boxing Resume, where I'll be rating Andre Berto's level of competition. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
The last person I fought was Andre Berto. Almost knocked his ass out. and I show it to you. He's like too little.
Hand up the middle, right there, up the middle. Woo!
First opponent that's worthy of mentioning is Cosmo Rivera, a former world champion. Was over the hill, but still worthy of mentioning. In his next fight, he picks up the WBC welterweight title. It was a vacant belt. Didn't fight nobody notable, but still worth mentioning. He then fights the former lightweight world champion Steve Forbes. Now, this one was a respectable win, even though it was against a much smaller fighter. His first true test came when he fought Luis Collazo. Now, this one was a back and forth. Could have went either way. He then beat a smaller man, still a good fighter. Juan Urango was a world champion at the junior welterweight division, but still a naturally smaller man. But Berto got the job done. Now against Carlos Quintana, I think he had one of the best performances of his career. He really did look spectacular in this fight. Now Freddie Hernandez wasn't a world beater, but this is still opponent that's solid and worth mentioning. He has his first defeat in the hands of Victor Ortiz, but this fight was a fight of the year type of fight. I believe it got the fight of the year. Great fight, and even though he lost, it was kind of a victory for him in a way since it was such a good fight. This next opponent, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. Jan is his name. He ended up picking up the IBF welterweight world title. He then loses to Robert the Ghost Guerrero. No shame in this one, but he did get a licking. It was a one-sided beatdown, as you can see in the picture. He ended up losing back-to-back because right after that, Jesus Soto Carras scored the upset, the TKO in the 12th and final round. Berto then bounces back with a big win over Josecito Lopez in a knockout too, which helped him get the biggest fight of his career and a big payday against Money Mayweather. After that, he fights Victor Ortiz in a rematch. This time, he gets his hand raised in a TKO. Then after that, fights the future world champion Sean Porter, who is now probably a Hall of Famer. Then bounces back with a big win over former world champion Devin Alexander. He waited 5 years to make a comeback against Robert Guerrero in a rematch. Came up short the second time around as well in a decision loss. Overall, I think he did fight very good competition. He did have that one fight against Floyd Mayweather at the very top level. So overall, good, respectable resume. He did fight a lot of easy fights to start off his career. Most fighters do that anyway, so I can't really take too much points off his overall. But I'll say this is like a A minus career.